First, Chris McGuire and Jeff Shanahan, and the entire, yes. And the entire Cobbs Creek Foundation Board, thank you for your incredible vision, and more importantly, your tenacity. These are two tenacious men. I know I've been on the side of their tenacity, and they are going to make this campus a reality, and we are so honored to be your educational partner, so thank you both. Also, a warm welcome and a thank you to our TGR Foundation board members who are here. And a very special thank you to Mike McKee and Bill Smilo, who serve on that board. Some of you will not know, but Mike was the interim CEO in my position when this partnership began, and we would not be here today without Mike and Bill Smilo. Thank you both. Tiger's vision is that all young people from under-resourced communities would have access to safe and inspiring places, opportunities, mentors, and educational support that spark the passions and unlock potential. And I hope that you'll take the time this morning to visit some of the rooms and hear about the passions some of our young people that are here today with us have. Aerospace, engineering. There's a lot of impressive young people here. We've got, Tiger and I met with a potential Stanford student and a Spelman College. They have big, big passions and big ideas. And when potential is unlocked, that's when life gains steam. And so that momentum and that opportunity to move them forward is what we're celebrating today. That does not happen without an amazing group of dedicated educators and youth development professionals committed to making a difference every day in the lives of young people, their families, and this community. Thank you to Meredith Foote and the entire amazing team here on the ground for what you do every day to provide those opportunities. They're providing opportunities, they're being mentors, they're building skills, they're providing inspiration that helps our young people find their passions and create an actionable plan for the future that will change the trajectory of their lives. Joining that amazing staff team is a committed group of Learning Lab Advisory Board members, brand new, very first advisory board for TGR Foundation, chaired by none other than Jim Woodland. Thank you for all your willingness to advocate on behalf of our young people and for your incredible planning of today's ribbon cutting. Thank you, Jim, and our advisory board members. Finally, there's a team of TGR Foundation staff members that actually live in Irvine and have been working hard with Meredith's team here on the ground and with Mallory. So finally, to Harag and Dan, Mallory, Guyla, Jasmine, and the entire TGR Foundation team, we're grateful for your leadership from all the way in Irvine, the curriculum development, the training and technical assistance that you provided here in Philly, the shared services, and wait till you enter this building. The new branding and visual identity is just beautiful. It's youthful, it's fun, and kids are gonna wanna be in this building. And Chris, they already wanna be in this building. Chris and I were talking this morning, but even more now. Everyone should have a ceremony program, and there are bios in that program, and so we're not gonna take a long time to introduce every speaker. Most of us know most of them, we're all family. And so to get us started, we're gonna call on the visionary Chris McGuire.
Is this thing on? Thank you, Cindy. It's on? Hear me? No? Yep, there we go. Thank you, Cindy, for saying everything I was going to say. Appreciate that. so I'm going to have to let it rip a little bit here. So I was thinking about what's going on, and the first thing that came to mind to me was divine intervention. I sat here, I'm looking at Chris Lang, you know, and my father, and I don't know whether it was 15 years ago where we got together, and there's this idea of, you know, restoring Cobbs Creek and having an education center, and that's all it was. It was an idea. There was just an idea in our heads, like, can we do it? And you show up here today, and I just want to thank all of you who are believers. All you needed was one believer, and we had one believer to start, which was my father. And from there, you know, it led to the Cobbs Creek Board Foundation. And with the Cobbs Creek Board Foundation, they're the bedrock from which this all starts. And we built out our board foundation, and I want to thank you and the long list of benefactors who believed in our vision when it was just a vision. You know, specifically today, I want to recognize Bill Smilo and Stan and Jim Woodland. First two, it's your building. It's your name on the building, and I want to thank you for your trust and friendship. And that's really what it comes down to. There was a lot of trust, a lot of faith, and a lot of friendship. This group was not put together before we got together here, and so I'm really impressed with the group, us coming together, and this happening today. Jeff and team, you've been extraordinary, and without Jeff Shanahan, with his discipline and passion, we wouldn't be standing here today. So Jeff, congratulations. Why the Cobbs Creek Foundation? Why even put it together? And it's one simple word: love. And I think, you know, as a group and as a country, as a state, love is something that we need more of these days. And love of our city specifically, love of the game of golf, having an agenda, wanting to give back with no agenda, the privilege to serve the youth of Philadelphia, and the restoration of this historical part of Fairmount Park. We're Philadelphia because of places like the Cobbs Creek Golf Course and other iconic landmarks like Boathouse Row, Independence Hall, the Art Museum. It's what makes us Philly. Go Birds. Right? But this landmark has a purpose, and it's education. It isn't just a building, it's a safe place where the kids in this neighborhood can learn, dream, and grow. And how do we do this? We do it with partners, and we do it with sustainability. When we started this journey, we wanted the best partners for every piece of this project, for the golf piece, for the construction piece, and for the education piece. And when we went around, and I remember meeting Mike McKee out on the West Coast, it was no doubt Tiger was going to be our partner for education. So thank you, Tiger. And more importantly, Tiger has surrounded himself with the TGR Foundation. No one embodies the power of education and mentoring more than your foundation. Thank you. My father always said, surround yourself with winners. So kind of surrounded myself with a winner here. Tiger represents the pinnacle of dedication, discipline, and perseverance, qualities that transcend sports. His journey, marked by a historic achievement and unwavering commitment to greatness, continues to inspire millions of children worldwide to dream bigger and work harder. Through the TGR Foundation, and this is the important part, Tiger has created a model of opportunity that goes beyond golf, providing students with access to education, mentorship, resources that empower them to succeed in school, in communities, and in life. Work that is proven, powerful, and deeply authentic. And windy. So I can't tell you how happy. So, you know, I've been going around talking to people, and you put something together, and the word I've been using is real. You know, we are really helping kids in this community. I was here all summer, coming down, and the kids were coming through here, and let me tell you something, they couldn't be happier. So everybody in this room should be really proud of what we're doing here because it's for real. We are helping kids in this community, to have a better experience in life. And let me tell you something, it's an experience in life I didn't have either. I mean, they're flying drones, they're doing all sorts of really cool stuff. So I'm really excited about that. We've served over 2,000 kids, and there's a wait list for our fall programming. This does not happen, and we already recognized Meredith, but it does not happen without you, Meredith. She's a Pied Piper, and that's the most important thing I can say about starting this, is you need someone who's a Pied Piper in the community. She has worked in the community, and she surrounded herself with great people. So I really appreciate your efforts, Meredith. And this doesn't happen. This is a private-public partnership, and we want to be a great example of a private-public partnership. And Mayor Sherelle Parker, I mean, like the hug I got from you to start the day, that made me feel so good. Governor Shapiro, thank you, down there. Senator Vince Hughes, this is a big thing, I think you said. Where's right there? This is a big thing, and I think you were right. Councilman Curtis Jones, State Representative Morgan Cephas. There he is. And so many others who are here today that believe in this project. We wouldn't be here without your support. Here's the big ask. We're not done yet, and we need your help. Our model is simple: utilize the revenue generated from the golf operation to support the Tiger Learning Lab. In 1 month, I think you saw it next door, the Lincoln Financial driving range, restaurant, and event space will be open. All around you here is the Q School, which will be a short course designed by Tiger. Cobbs Creek will be the destination for public golf in Philadelphia, and it will be the future site of a regular PGA Tour stop. And I want to thank Len Brown from the PGA Tour, who grew up here in West Philly and has been a long-time advocate. Len, where's Len? Oh, right there. Thank you, Len. We're in the final stretch of fundraising. Your continued support is critical. Every contribution brings us closer to completing the vision and ensuring Cobbs Creek delivers on its promise for decades to come. The lab represents a commitment to every child in this community who are deserving of the very best opportunities. And this is unscripted. This is when Mayor Parker was here early in the year. And this is just as described by the students. And it makes me tingle when I think about it. It's a safe place to come. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel good about our city, and it is a great place to learn and have fun with my friends. I mean, isn't that what we all want? Yes. Amen. I went over my allotted time, so today we take a big step forward for our community in honoring and in changing the game of golf. Thanks again, and I'm pleased to welcome my friend and incredible supporter of this project, Curtis Jones.
So I'm going to be brief, and I'm going to say that today we stand on the shoulders of giants. Siffer, Joe Louis, others who planted seeds that they did not get to experience the shade of. And in that continuum of contribution, I have the honor and privilege of introducing someone who needs no introduction. Our hero, our champion, our golfer extraordinaire, Tiger Woods. Give him a round of applause for his commitment. And I took the liberty of looking on YouTube to see his sojourn to this point, and it is amazing. His concentration, commitment, and one of the things that I want him to leave as a legacy here is to teach young people not to be overwhelmed by the moment, but to be overwhelming in the moment. I introduce to you our champ, Tiger Woods. Oh,
you're not doing that to me.
Come on up. I'm sorry. Big shoes, big shoes. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill, swing for the fences. My bad. There you go.
I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. That's not the way it went in rehearsal, but. Thank you, Councilman, and thank you, Chris. You said it, and you said it well. This is about partnership, and it's about friends. And it also is apparently about similar themes, because we all seem to have been in a lot of the same meetings, because we have a similar message. Mine will be brief. It's an exciting day for Cobbs Creek, and it's an exciting day for the city of Philadelphia. Today marks much more than just the opening of another building. It marks the day when dreams become a reality. The opening of the Learning Lab is a celebration of partnership, community, and a passion for education. It's a place for the young people of West Philadelphia, where innovative educational programs offer young minds fun and exciting ways to learn. Access to education is the key to unlocking the unlimited potential for our youth. And an inspiring environment like the Learning Lab has the power to spark a passion for knowledge, encourage creativity, and transform lives. On behalf of our foundation, we are so thankful for everyone that is here today. A project of this size and scope requires a tremendous amount of planning, organization, and support from countless talented and dedicated individuals. A special thanks to Chris McGuire and your family, Stan and Jim Woodland and theirs, Julia and Matt Tewksbury, Susan and Steve Kelly, and my fellow TGR and Cobbs Creek board members. And thank you to the entire community of supporters that have come together on this initiative. Your partnership and belief in the power of education have made this possible. And with that, I thank you, and I turn it over to Len Brown.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be here. It's overwhelming, to be honest. Thanks to Tiger Woods Foundation, thanks to the Smilo Foundation, thanks to Tiger. And I've had the pleasure of working beside Tiger for almost 20 years now, and I don't think people recognize how much he has done for underserved communities. So as a friend, I thank you, Tiger. So I grew up in West Philly, bouncing a basketball or with a football under my arm coming to Cobbs Creek. Back then I didn't know there was a golf course, to be honest. It wasn't until I got into golf that I recognized the history of Charlie Sifford and others who played out here. And this is just incredible. This has been personal to me. I had a call with Enrique a few years back, and it's been my passion project at the tour for about 5 years now. It's really incredible. And for the Smilo Foundation, for McGuire's, for the Woodlands, to see the promise here that this brings. I met some incredible kids. And yes, we may get the next Charlie Sifford or Tiger Woods or Renee Powell, but we also may get the next Jeff Bezos or tech wizard. It's just incredible. The PGA Tour, we have a history of giving. We have given in the last, since 1968, $4.6 billion to charity, and about $3.5 billion in the last 20 years. But this is what that's about. And I'm honored, I'm humbled to be here and to be a part of this. So I'm not going to mess up my introduction. I have the pleasure of introducing the mayor of this great city, the Honorable Cheryl L. Parker.
Thank you, Lynn. Ooh. Wow. The city of Philadelphia, birthplace of democracy, sixth largest city in the nation, gets an opportunity to see our legacy of innovation and the belief and power of something bigger than any of our individual statuses come to fruition out of a 15-year journey, Chris, steeped in resilience, stick-to-itiveness, public-private partnerships that are not realized unless everyone who has a nickel and a quarter realizes and believes in the vision that no one's race, class, socioeconomic status, and zip code should be the sole indicator of their potential. As mayor of the city of Philadelphia, I get a chance today to say thank you. This journey is representative of everything that makes Philadelphia Philly. The grit. We won't give up. Every investor who is in this room, thank you for believing when the vision was a draft of a PowerPoint presentation. Tiger, thank you for your foundation's participation and partnership on the educational side, affirming that we should have an impact and can have an impact on and off the course in the lives of our young people. And when they see your name and your brand, they feel like I felt, Senator Hughes, when I learned of this young man named Tiger Woods playing one of the most complex and difficult sports that you can engage in, but where not a lot of people like me had a role. So when you think about Charlie's 1916 trailblazing, trend-setting, courageous role in a place and space where people said this box, you know, might not fit for people like you, to have you, because when I saw Tiger Woods playing golf, I said, well, I don't know who I can be. I can be anybody if Tiger Woods can do that. That's what we want young people to believe. To all of the electeds who are here, and I've got to say this wholeheartedly, I'm a lifelong Philadelphian, but Senator Hughes, Councilmember Curtis Jones, Morgan Cephas, Council President Kenyatta John, I want all the electeds to stand because when we don't always get it right, but we're getting this one right. Senator Hughes, Councilmember Jones, Council President Kenyatta Johnson, Morgan Cephas, our Speaker of the House, Joanna McClinton, the Appropriations Chairman, the two of them are here, that's a good sign. The Appropriations Chairman are in the House, and our Delaware County Rep who is here. I affirm that we are doing the best we can with what we have, and none of the public-private partnership that we continue to need assistance with, none of it is possible without the men and women that you heard me mention. But I want to be clear with each and every one of you. We have a leader in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania who's made it his business to get stuff done in Pennsylvania. I am proud to have him as my governor, my friend, and a former colleague. Philadelphia, put your hands together for our governor, Josh Shapiro.
The best. The best.
Madam Mayor Sherelle Parker. You know, I too watched Tiger when he was out playing golf, and I never thought I could be that, Madam Mayor. But a whole lot of people, when you were elected our 100th mayor of the city of Philadelphia, believed a little bit more in our society, in our system, in what they could be because of who you are. And we are grateful to you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your partnership. Let me tell you, I'm proud to be here today at Cobbs Creek to celebrate not just the good work that is happening here, the important work that is happening here. Cobbs Creek has an amazing story, and importantly, an amazing history, a story that follows the great tradition of our great Commonwealth that was founded on the ideals of tolerance, of inclusion, of understanding. You see, when Cobbs Creek was first opened, just over a century ago, it was one of the few courses in the entire country where women, where golfers of all races and backgrounds could play. A place where people could come together, a place where people could talk, could get to know one another. It was a place of opportunity for all people, not just here in the great city of Philadelphia or in the region, but far beyond. This place was a destination. This was a place people wanted to be. It's why Charlie Sifford, the first black golfer to compete on the PGA Tour, it's why he called this place home. And we are proud to have his son, his family with us today. Thank you for being with us. I want you to know why it matters that they are here, because to know our shared history is to have a guide for where we need to go in the future. We, of course, gather here at a time where there are some in our society who want to erase our shared history, who want to whitewash some of the stories that defined us, that helped build our great Commonwealth, our great city, and our great country. But that's not the Pennsylvania way. Here in Pennsylvania, here under Madam Mayor's leadership in Philadelphia, we appreciate our history. We learn from our history, and it is a guide for our collective future, and Cobbs Creek represents that. That is why I wanted to be here today on behalf of all 13 million Pennsylvanians to celebrate Cobbs Creek's next chapter and to write some more history. A chapter that begins today with the opening of the Smilo Woodland TGR Learning Lab, an incredible place that Tiger and I got to walk through earlier, where young people are just going to explode with promise when they learn in that lab. Tiger, I want to say thank you, truly thank you, for appreciating and recognizing the important history that exists here at Cobbs Creek. I want to say thank you for believing in Philly and the promise of all of our young people, that every single child of God has promise, and you are giving them that opportunity here. And Tiger, let me tell you, there are so many places you could be around the globe. You chose Philly, and we are so profoundly grateful to you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As was said earlier, this is not just a place where someone's going to pick up a stick and hit the ball a hell of a lot better than I could hit it. This is, even more importantly, a place where young people are going to walk in that lab and their eyes are going to be open to something that they otherwise wouldn't have had the chance to see, that they otherwise wouldn't have had the chance to experience. Already we've had about 3,500 young people come into this learning lab in just the first 6 months, and learning robotics and architecture, forensic science, music production, and a whole lot more. You see, here in Pennsylvania, we believe that there are many paths to success and opportunity, and those many paths are now going to be experienced right here at this facility at Cobbs Creek. Oftentimes, those paths look different, but the one similarity they all have if they start in a classroom or a classroom setting just like this. I need to say thank you again to Tiger for his generosity, to the Smilo family, and of course to the McGuire family, who have invested so much in this great Commonwealth and in this great country. Thousands of young people are now going to have opportunity because of this, of their generosity. And as part of this new facility, let's not forget that this will be part of the largest urban renewal of a creek in the country, creating 25 acres of new wetlands that will protect us from flooding and preserve our environment. We can build a beautiful golf course, we can create a learning space, and we can do well by our planet. I want you to know the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania believes in the work that is happening here, and that is why together we have invested $5.5 million in this facility to see its promise come to fruition. I want to say a very special thank you. I know the Madam Mayor acknowledged them earlier, but it is important for you to note that this is a team game when we govern in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I must thank many of my partners who are here. Speaker Joanna McClinton for her incredible leadership. This does not happen if the House is not led by Speaker McClinton. Chairman Jordan Harris, who joins us here, thank you. And together with Senator Hughes, they write the checks, so we appreciate their leadership. I want to say thank you to the delegation chair, a great representative. You're going to hear a whole lot more from her over the coming months. Morgan Cephas is in the House. Thank you, Morgan Cephas. And let me tell you, Philly doesn't just stand alone in this work. We are pleased to have someone from Delaware County, a fantastic leader on many fronts, including on this front. Thank you, Gina Curry, for being with us. Representative Gina Curry. It matters to have a team like that make these investments. Here's the last thing I want to say. Look, I don't want to be political, but I think everyone here can agree that we live in polarized times. We live in times where it's hard to have conversations, sometimes with folks who might think a little bit different than you, or grow up a little bit different, or vote a little bit different than you. The thing I love about Cobbs Creek, the things that'll happen outside on the golf course, the things that'll happen when people have conversation, is that this great sport of golf has the ability to bring people together, has the ability to kind of wipe away those differences that oftentimes define our daily lives and allow people who otherwise wouldn't have a conversation to be able to walk the course together, hit balls together, grab a meal or a drink together. Sports is a powerful thing to bring our community together. So in addition to educating the next generation of young people, in addition to having a world-class facility right here in West Philly, and I know Vince loves to say West is best, the power of sports is that it's going to bring us together, get us closer to the founding doctrine of this Commonwealth of inclusivity. And it's also an amazing opportunity to celebrate a sport that has great roots right here in Pennsylvania, the sport of golf. Of course, we were home to the Truist Championship just a few miles from here. On the other side of the state earlier this year, we hosted the U.S. Open at Oakmont. By the way, more USGA championships have been held right here in Pennsylvania than any other state in the entire country, and we're proud of that. And of course, next year, the PGA Championship will be at Aronimink, and we talked about bringing the Governor's Cup right here to Cobbs Creek at some point in the future. Pennsylvania is central to the golf community, and the golf community is now central to the hope and promise of this Philadelphia community. I want to thank all of you for your generosity, for believing in us. I want to thank the private sector and the public sector for working together. I want to thank you, Tiger, for believing in us and helping us put Cobbs Creek back on the map and writing this next chapter in our shared history. We appreciate you very much. Thank you all, and God bless you. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Fatima Chowdhury, a student from the pilot program here at the Smilo Woodland TGR Learning Lab. We are all very excited to hear from you. You represent the hope and the promise of the next generation that we're all here working for. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Fatma Chaudhry, and I am honored to have the chance to speak with you today. I'm currently serving as an executive intern here at the lab, and I've actually been here since before these doors even officially opened. As I enter my senior year, let me just say, this place has been nothing short of life-changing. From the moment I first walked in, I knew this space was something special, but I never imagined just how much it would come to mean to me. Over the past year, I've made incredible memories, met people who have become lifelong friends, and had opportunities I never thought I'd have access to. Whether it was diving into psychology, building in the makerspace, or preparing for the future in College and Career-Bound Academy, each experience has added a new layer to my journey and inspired me to keep growing. But what truly sets this place apart isn't just the classes or the cool tech, it's the people. The staff here are beyond exceptional. They believe in us, support us, and create an environment where we feel seen, heard, and empowered. Our experience wouldn't be what it is without them. Can we get a round of applause for that? Now, before I go, I wanted to share something special. I went around and asked some of the students who come here with me to describe the TGR Learning Lab in just one word. It wasn't easy. Most of us couldn't stop at one. But here's what I heard over and over again. Innovation, safety, fun, community, empowerment, and the one word that stood out the most, home. That's what the space has become for so many of us, a second home filled with possibility, purpose, and people who truly care. Now, it is my great honor to introduce the person who made all of this possible, the founder of the TGR Foundation, someone whose vision has transformed countless lives, including mine. Please join me in welcoming Tiger Woods.
Wow, Fatima, that was incredible. Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a good morning. It's nice to be out of hot Florida. Come up here is nice. Well, I want to thank Cobbs Creek Foundation, Bill Smilo, the Woodland family, and all the supporters. This has been an incredible journey for me, my family, and my entire foundation. This is our second learning lab that we've opened. The first one's in Anaheim, California, and we're excited to come here to Cobbs Creek. Cobbs Creek, has already been said, has been a second home for Charlie Sifford. Didn't quite have the access to play other places around the country, but he called this home. Ironically enough, he became a grandfather that I'd never had. And if I was within 6 shots of the lead going to every tournament, some of you are old enough, like me, to remember the old yellow teletext, okay? He used to send a teletext, and it would be on my locker, and it would say, "Go kick dirt." Okay, so that's the Charlie that I knew and I grew up with, and I had the honor of writing a letter to President Obama and asking him that he receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and which he was lucky enough to do before he passed. As well as, I think there's no greater respect that I can give the man than naming my child Charlie after him. So coming here to a place that he played, he grew up, he called home, and for me to have the support of the entire community to be able to build something, a home, a safe place, innovative, a place that all children should be able to have access to that they don't, and now they do. And that's what's, I didn't start the foundation to produce golfers that hit golf balls. I started the foundation to produce the greatest humans possible, okay? In order to do that, you have to have a place in which is tangible, something that they can call theirs, something that they can feel and it's theirs. It's their home. We provide the programs, we provide the materials for them, but more importantly, it's a safe place that they can learn and grow and be amongst others that they probably would never have met in the first place. So, in closing, I just want to say thank you, everyone from the entire area supporting this project here at Cobbs Creek. I don't know if you realize this, but there are about 2,000 kids within a radius here that could come here. You're impacting all their lives just by you being here. So I just want to say thank you so much for believing in our foundation, believing in what we could do for your community. And as I said earlier, we're just getting started.
Thank you, Tiger, and thanks for all of you for joining us today on this incredible milestone. I did have some remarks prepared, but I'm pretty sure everyone covered everything by now. So obviously for me, this has been a great journey in general. I started working with this project 5 years ago with Chris McGuire and Chris Lang, and it's just amazing to be here today to see this actually happening. So thank you all. Thank you, Governor Shapiro, Mayor Parker, all the elected officials. Thanks to the City of Philadelphia. There's a lot of people that work in the City of Philadelphia at different departments that have really, really helped out, put a lot of time into this, and we really appreciate that. But so without further ado, I'm usually not too long-winded. I'd like to ask everyone to remain in their seats for a moment while our featured speakers join us at the entrance to the Smilo Woodland TGR Learning Lab for the official cutting of the ribbon.